So you want to make the leap from being a great manager to a truly impactful senior leader. It's one of the trickiest moves in anyone's career, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can scale your impact and totally crush it at that next level. Okay, so let's say you just landed that bigger role. Congratulations! But now you've got a larger team, a much broader scope, and a whole new set of expectations. If that sounds like you right now, you are in exactly the right place. You've probably heard this saying before, and it has never been more true than right now. The skills that made you an amazing manager, the hands-on execution, diving deep into the details to solve problems, those are not the skills that are going to make you succeed at this new altitude. In fact, if you hold on to them too tightly, they're actually going to hold you back. The game has totally changed. To really get our heads around this, we've got to start by changing our perspective completely. So let's jump into section 1, a new leadership altitude. It's all about realizing this isn't just another promotion. It's a fundamentally different way of creating value for the organization. And this right here, this is the absolute core of the shift. As a manager, your value came from what you and your team could do directly. Your direct execution was key. But as a senior leader, whoa, it's a whole different ballgame. Your value is now measured by your ability to get strategy done through other people. You're not the main doer anymore. You're the architect, the strategist, the one who gets everyone aligned. And this is a tough pill to swallow for so many new leaders. That whole idea of being busy, a calendar packed back-to-back with meetings, that is no longer a badge of honor. Your success isn't measured by your activity level anymore. No way. It's all about your impact, and impact only comes from focusing on the right things. Okay, so if being busy is out, what's in? What's the secret sauce? Well, that brings us right to our next section, the power of leverage. I'm telling you, this is the single most important concept you need to master to blow up your impact without blowing up your work-life balance. So what on earth is leadership leverage? Think of it like this. It's your ability to multiply your own effectiveness. It's about making smarter, better decisions, even when you don't have all the info. It's about getting things done across completely different departments, getting everyone pulling in the same direction, and, this is a big one, growing the next wave of leaders behind you. All right, that sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? How do you build this leverage? That's what this next section is all about. Let's get practical with section 3, your 4 core pillars. Think of these as the foundation for your brand new leadership operating system. Okay, here are the big 4 we're going to break down. Strategic thinking and prioritization, cross-functional influence, decision quality and clarity, and last but not least, building other leaders. So let's dive into each one. Pillar number 1, strategic thinking. This loops right back to what we were just saying. Your most valuable job now is to choose what actually matters. You have to figure out the right sequence of work for maximum impact, and just as important, you have to protect your team from all the noise and distractions. You are the strategic filter now. Next up, pillar 2, cross-functional influence. This one's huge, because at this level, the big, important stuff, it almost always depends on people who don't even report to you. Your ability to get other teams on board, build those key relationships, and influence people across the entire organization is now a core part of your job. Okay, on to our third pillar, decision quality and clarity. The bigger your role gets, the foggier things can seem. Ambiguity just kind of creeps in everywhere. Well, your job is to be the fog cutter. Making clear, well-communicated decisions is one of the most powerful forms of leverage you have. It stops confusion in its tracks, cuts down on rework, and just gets everyone moving faster. And that brings us to our final pillar. And honestly, this might be the most important one for your long-term success, building other leaders. You have to get this. You cannot scale yourself. You just can't. Real, lasting impact comes from building up the skills and capabilities of the people on your team. It's a huge mindset shift from being the hero to being the hero maker. Okay, so we've got our 4 pillars. Now what? It's time to actually design your new blueprint. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of moving from just managing tasks day to day to designing the systems that will run things for you. Just look at the difference here. The old way of thinking, it was all about a to-do list, right? A list of tasks and projects. Your new blueprint is all about designing systems. So instead of just randomly talking to people, you're doing systematic stakeholder mapping. Instead of making reactive choices on the fly, you're creating a clear decision cadence. Maybe all budget decisions get made on Tuesdays and product roadmap calls are owned by a specific person. It's a game-changing move from reacting to designing. So you might be thinking, this sounds like a lot of work. Rewiring how you lead, it's a big deal. So what's the payoff? Why should you even bother? It all comes down to this one simple, powerful idea. The whole point of building leverage and designing systems isn't just about being more effective. It's about being sustainable. It's about creating a massive, massive impact on the business without completely burning yourself out. And look, if you remember just one thing from this explainer, make it this quote. It sums up everything perfectly. Your journey to senior leadership isn't about you becoming a superhero who can do it all. It's about becoming a leader who builds up the capabilities in others so that, together, you can achieve way more than you ever could alone. So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. As you think about your new role, your biggest goals, your toughest challenges, what's the one system, whether it's for making decisions, for communication, or for developing your people, what's that one system you could start building like today to truly start scaling your impact?